Shalom, my friends from here in Israel. It's been a really long few weeks where every single day we are wondering, is it going to happen today? Is Iran going to attack us today? And we've had to be on alert, on kind of like ready to run into a bomb shelter at any moment and stop our lives in every way at any second. And so we've really been juggling like two different parts, I would say. I've been juggling my personal life, my incredible 4 kids, and my husband. And what that looks like is every night before we go to sleep, we talk about our bomb shelter plan. If the siren goes off, where we have to go, where we have to run to. I've gotten my bomb shelter prepared. We have like chargers that don't need to be plugged in. We have lights that work without electricity. The truth is, my biggest worry is for my oldest daughter who's on an army base. That's in a very sensitive location. And so I'm very worried about her and praying for her. And we have like emergency plans with her as well, that if there's no service, like if I can't call her or she can't call me, what she would do. And so there's one side of getting ready on the personal side, getting my younger kids ready that emotionally, that like they won't be so scared, making it just like a regular thing. Okay, it might happen tonight. This is what we'll do. We have a plan. We'll be okay. We'll be together. And then, of course, there's the side of leading the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, which is my focus day and night. And we are on the ground everywhere across Israel, from the north, that's Kiryat Shmone, which is less than a mile away from Lebanon, where Hezbollah is threatening to join the war, all the way down to the south in Eilat. We have projects. We have our soup kitchens who have stocked up on extra food in order to be able to continue to operate during the war. As rockets are falling, the elderly are the most susceptible to hunger and emergency needs because many of them don't have anyone to check on them. They're not going to go out to the grocery store as rockets are falling, and so they run out of food the quickest. And it's not like families that often have extra food in their house that they can tap into. Elderly, especially the poor elderly, buy a little bit at a time. And so throughout the war, the fellowship soup kitchens continue to operate. And so we're making sure that our soup kitchens are able to operate even if there's no electricity, even if there's no services, even if the grocery stores are closed, that the fellowship soup kitchens will continue in whatever scenario to be delivering food to elderly, to public bomb shelters, to people who need it. That's number one. Number two, the fellowship has projects in hospitals across Israel, from Jerusalem to northern Israel to southern Israel, where we have provided mobile MRI machines, underground units to do surgery on. We even donated a bomb-proof underground NICU and labor and delivery unit. And so we're making sure that all of the hospitals have all of this equipment ready, that when and if the war starts, they will be able to use it safely. We have an underground hospital in Haifa that we helped build, all across Israel, from Afula to Haifa to Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, to Sfat to Beersheba to Ashkelon. Many of these are actually biblical cities. The fellowship has invested in the hospitals to make sure during times of war they are protected and they continue to operate. We're in touch with all those hospitals to make sure that they are ready. We have provided bulletproof and shrapnel-proof emergency vehicles. We're making sure that these vehicles are all up to date and they have everything that they need so that when rockets are falling, they're able to literally go out under rocket attack and do search and rescue and save lives. Both in case there's an infiltration, they're able to go out and find those terrorists. And also, if people are injured, they're able to go out under any circumstance and be able to help. We have emergency vehicles like ambulances and first responder vehicles that all have emergency kits, even like for labor and delivery. Think about it. During war, there are women who are giving birth, but they can't make it to the hospital. And so we have these mobile emergency units that will go to the home of the woman in labor as war is raging and be able to help her deliver her baby. We have bulletproof and shrapnel-proof ambulances, because a lot of time what happens during war is that the terrorists will come, they'll shoot rockets or they'll shoot a gun, and then people will be injured and they'll wait there because they know an ambulance is going to come, and then they'll attack the ambulance. So we at the fellowship have provided bullet and shrapnel-proof ambulances that can go out to the field. We're making sure it's all up to date. That is including the tires. That we've had times that these ambulances and these emergency vehicles have been shot at by terrorists on the tires, and the tires don't pop. For 24 hours, the air doesn't go up. Bomb shelters. We have built thousands of bomb shelters at children's schools, children bus stop, all across Israel, especially on the border areas where you have the least amount of time to seek shelter when the code red siren starts, that we're making sure all the bomb shelters are in good condition. What does that mean? That there's not garbage on the floor from previous wars, that there's running water, because people need running water if they're going to be in there for days on end, that they have an emergency supply of food and water, and emergency kits that the fellowship has distributed, which has a radio, which has solar lights, which has food, which has all the things that they need, including baby formula and diapers. Like, if you think about it, there are babies who are in the bomb shelters. Their parents can't go out to get more baby formula. So we have a program for baby formula during the war. Basically, right now, we are on the highest alert. A war with Iran could start any second. And the fellowship is on the ground. Even before you see that the war began, we are preparing to make sure that we are ready to act. If you hear that a war in Israel begins, or that there are rockets falling, or that anything is happening, you can know on that moment the fellowship is on the ground. And on October 7th, we were on the ground down south, saving lives, doing everything we could in order to help. And in any future war, you don't know what will be. So during times of quiet between wars, we have to prepare. That's when we could build the bomb shelters. That's when we could get the hospitals prepared. That's when we can make sure that our soup kitchens have enough food. Once the war begins, there's very little that we could do. And so right now we are getting prepared so that we can be on the ground no matter what happens. And all of this is in the vision of the Bible. We look at the Bible at the fellowship and we say, okay, where should we be? And we see, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, shelter the poor. We see the scriptures specifically say, Nachamu, Nachamu ami, comfort, comfort my people. We are on the ground representing Christians and Jews around the world, what I call the silenced majority, to tell the people of Israel, you haven't been forgotten, you haven't been neglected, you haven't been abandoned. It might seem like everyone hates Israel, but it's not true. There are millions. I heard this wild number, over 300 million Christians around the world who love Israel. North America, South America, Asia, Europe. So I want you to write in the comments where you're from and if you're a Christian who loves Israel, because so often we have like people who hate Israel, who are very loud, being the voice on behalf of Christians, even though we know they're not really living Christ-like. Many Christians would say those aren't real Christians. If you hate Israel and the Jewish people, then you can't really be a Christian, because of course Jesus was Jewish. Jesus was born in Israel. And so in order to be a Christian, you have to both look at the scriptures and follow it, and also recognize, it says in the New Testament, of course, that Christians are grafted onto the rich olive tree of Israel, that if you're Christian, then you believe that Israel is your spiritual homeland as well. And so the fellowship represents the voice of Jews around the world and Christians around the world who stand together in believing in the sanctity of life, in the sanctity of freedom, of standing together. How good and how pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in peace. That's Psalms. And so we're making that happen. Together we are bringing the Jewish people home from all four corners of the earth. And yes, they are continuing to come from Ukraine, from South America, from France. The fellowship has Aliyah flights bringing the Jewish people home every single day, even during times of war. So you are represented here on the ground in Israel, and I want you to know that you are part of this light. And light is very good at dispersing darkness. When there's even a little bit of light, the darkness is minimized. It's diminished. So keep spreading your light. Keep praying for the peace of Jerusalem. Keep following the fellowship. And for all of you who have stood with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews to make these projects possible, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We feel you. We see you. We appreciate you. And God bless you. May we all have days of peace ahead. Amen. And if you thought that this was interesting or encouraging or enlightening, we all need more goodness in the world. So share it, share it, share it. Shalom.